Alright, so I'm going to do a kind of mid-game impressions of this new Kao the Kangaroo game that I've been playing off and on. Downloaded it at launch. There's a limited run games physical edition available for those who are interested enough in that. I may or may not have double dipped because I'm kind of a 3D platformer aficionado. One of my favorite genres. It's kind of comfort food for me at this point. Sort of keeps me grounded. Like pretty much any or all 3D platformers. A little more picky when it comes to licensed titles, but Kao the Kangaroo is a weird series. I believe, and I've played two of them. I believe it started on Dreamcast, which was the first time I played Kao. And then there was a PS2 sequel called Kao the Kangaroo Round 2, I think it was called. I played that as well. But I don't know how this game came back, but it seems like a lot of platformers and mascot characters from like the early 90s, 2000s, early 2000s-ish have been coming back to some degree. My understanding is that this is from the original developers, potentially. So, and this game was announced maybe last year, or it wasn't announced for very long, or maybe I just wasn't following it, but it came out pretty quickly, or quicker than I thought it would. And I mean, it's a game made for kids, obviously, or it's geared towards children. But it's all kind of an all ages sort of thing. If you like 3D platformers, they're usually just for anyone who just enjoys the genre or those kind of games. But yeah, I've got some things to say about it. And we are about halfway through, I think, as far as I know. So I'll share my impressions as we play. Yeah, I don't recognize some of these company names. I think it's got like a pretty nice visual style. I saw some people, and you can clearly tell where the inspiration comes from. It looks like they were kind of inspired by the recent Crash Bandicoot remakes, or specifically Crash 4. I grew up with Crash Bandicoot as well. I played them to death, and I played through the recent one for Crash 4, and I liked it, but I was also really frustrated by it. It was extremely difficult. Like, too difficult for its own good. Levels were too long. It was, like, insane to 100% if you wanted to go for everything and collect everything. But I'll have some things to say about this game as we play. So my KO's got like a costume right now. But he's got like a nice little run cycle. A double jump, you have a butt slam. The grass reacts a little bit. It's a little inconsistent, but like some of the environment reacts to your character, so there's definitely some like it's polished to a degree. He's got like a pretty standard through hit combo. But he's a kangaroo with boxing gloves. That's KO. Like, I don't know why I didn't understand the pun sooner, but KO is in like knocking out someone, like in boxing, but it's spelled KAO. Anyway, we are in Monkey Park, and there's a bunch of to collect-a-thon. There's a bunch of shit to collect. There's an attempt made with enemy introductions, which is, yeah, it's appreciated. And there's, I guess those are like kind of enemy tells? I don't know. They get like little accent marks above the enemy's head when they're about to attack, I guess.
What's next? Cuddly piranhas?
Alright, so the English VO and the writing in general is kind of really bad. I really don't want to like knock on someone's voice acting. I don't know the circumstances on how or why this person sounds the way they do, but they gave Kao this like really weird voice. I'll just say that. But some of the dialogue is like truly atrocious. I don't know what they were thinking. I like that little animation for collectibles. Not quite like a Jak and Daxter when you get a precursor orb, or nothing will ever beat. I mean, Super Mario 64, Mario's little like world dance when he gets a power star, or my favorite probably is between that, Jak and Daxter's precursor orb dances, and of course Banjo-Kazooie's little dance when they get a Jiggy piece or Jigsaw piece. It's appreciated. So I think this is pretty cute and clever. So instead of, because he's got boxing gloves, he'll hang from grates with his ears. Then you can kind of like, oh wait, I didn't do that right. What do you do? Oh, it's triangle, which is really uncomfortable looking, but you can kind of like stretch your neck to get like collectibles below you. It looks really like weird and wrong, but it's kind of I don't know. It's clever. It's cute. Right, you have a dodge. You have a dodge button as well, which is a really weird sound effect. Whoa, that's framey. Little secret out here. Yeah, there's a lot of collectibles. There's how many treasure chests, I think? 64. I'm about 41% through the game. 64 treasure chests. There's like these little like trial arenas that are like kind of enemy arenas, or like they're little platforming challenges. There's gems to collect. There's scrolls that give you like surprisingly like a lot of lore on the characters. Like, look at all this. I haven't read all of this, but someone wrote a lot for this game. So they're definitely like proud of it, or they're involved, whatever you want to call it. But they put some love and some effort into it. And you have a level select. There's kind of multiple hub worlds that act as like gateways to the main levels. Then you can fast travel to each stage and see what you've collected, how long it took. It's fairly structured well and organized. If you want to collect everything, it's pretty easy to. Seems pretty easy. But the story's kind of really stupid as well. I'm not quite sure I even understand like what's happening in this game. And again, it's fucking Kao the Kangaroo. It's a game geared towards children, so it's just like a stupid, cute little Saturday morning cartoon plot. But your dad went missing and left these gloves behind. These gloves are cursed and sentient. Like, they have a voice and they talk to Tai, but they sound like evil, which is really weird. And I think your sister went looking for your father, and then she's lost or is like vanished. So both your dad and your sister are gone, and you and your mom and yourself are just like in this little seaside tropical village. You guys like living out your kangaroo lives. And of course, like Kao being adventurous sets out to find his family that's like gone missing. That's my understanding. And then there's a bunch of weird like story beats between characters. You have like a master, this master kind of like martial art sort of teacher, and he talks like a really strange like Yoda from Star Wars variant. It's really bad. I don't understand the voice acting, whether it's like the actors themselves or the VO itself, at least in English. And the dialogue, it's bad. It's really bad. But I'm just here to run around, jump, and collect things, so. Alright, here's one of these side gauntlet challenges. Alright, this is like a platform challenge. It's a little tricky. These treasure chests. If you want to collect all these chests, it's going to be a headache because the game doesn't keep track of them individually per level, and there's quite a few of them, so sure. They're not very. The game's not very difficult. I think I'm missing a bunch of stuff. This level's very. I wouldn't say it's non-linear, but. Yeah, so if you build up this, by attacking enemies, you build up this meter and you can perform like a special. It's like the funniest most like overdone bass drop when you activate it. All right, I think I'm getting my bearings with this level. Oop. All right, so I think I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna try to 100% this level, and then I think I'm up to the boss after this for this world. So I'll do the boss fight, and then I'll switch games. I don't want to be playing all day today, and I kind of want to get to maybe 2 to 3 games potentially during this stream. So did I collect everything? I feel like I'm missing like a shit ton of things. Let's keep it cruising. Got your classic. This is so Crash. I mean, every platformer from like the PS. Oh shit! From the PS2 era had grind rails of some sort. So it's kind of from like. Maybe it was Sonic Adventure 2 that introduced them. I don't know what game introduced it, but. Oh, so bad. Between like Sonic Adventure 2 and then everything on PS2 from like Ratchet and Clank to like a game called Scalar, which is really cool, 3D platformer. To this day on PS5, like the most recent Ratchet and Clank has grind rails, so like can't avoid it. Yeah, because like Legend of Zelda heart fragment pieces, which is really weird, but I'm not complaining. Okay. So again, not a big deal, but not everything reacts to your character. So like the grass kind of, I like looking at this kind of stuff, and it's just like nitpicky, detail-oriented sort of thing. But like, I love when like these little stacks of paper. It's cool that you can bust them up and they have like a little animation. But I love when grass and bushes and things in the environment react to your character. And the grass does vary like subtly. There's some like, you know, reaction there. But then you go to these giant bushes, and I'm sure they just, the reason why they don't do this, again, I'm not really a game developer by any means, but I think I have some general understanding after all this time. But like, the more like these bushes reacted, it could tank the performance potentially. So they have to probably compromise and pick and choose like what they want, how much interaction they want in a level, so that like the frame rate doesn't drop or anything. That's what I'm guessing. This game's got extra lives. It's really old school. This is as PS2 era as you get. Oh, why did I drop? Should've just... Alright, it's the age-old, which way is the way to go? Which way is the secret? We really are in like a renaissance for, I would say, 2D and 3D platformers. This looks like the way to go. Let's go backwards. Like we've had, this year specifically, we're getting so many, well, I'd say over the past few years, we've gotten a lot of revivals, but like, one of my all-time favorite series, Klonoa, is finally getting like the proper remasters, 1 and 2, which comes out next month. In between Crash and Spyro having resurgence last year, or over the past few years, you know, new Sonic games, 2D and 3D are coming out. Ape Escape is getting sort of a comeback with the new PlayStation Plus Deluxe and Premium upgrade paths or whatever. So you'll be able to play like the first Ape Escape again on a PS4 or PS5, legitimately with like trophies and everything. So maybe that'll pave the way for a new game, but I'm not holding my breath on that. Like, as someone who grew up with 2D and 3D platformers being one of my favorite genres, like, we're in a renaissance for sure. The only thing I want back in tomorrow being the Microsoft showcase, E3, not E3 showcase, is where's Banjo-Kazooie? Ooh, what am I doing? Alright, this is a little... Oh, what am I doing? Alright, which way am I supposed to be going? Oh my god. Oh, that's definitely optional. Okay, let's go back to Ryan. Theo barely looks like he's on this grinder. So weird. Oh, I didn't even see those spikes. Either my TV settings off or the color the color combination here is really not great. I can barely see these spikes that are hanging from it. Can't see anything. Yeah. Okay. There are a lot of goodies there. Go boss or all section. That bass drop is so excessive. It's super funny to me. Crystal grab. Hookshot stuff's kind of awkward. I don't know. It's okay. So yeah, the letters is very, like, again, very Crash Bandicoot inspired. Maybe even like the originals back on Dreamcast, or the original game, was maybe Crash Bandicoot inspired. Very few platformers from that time. Maybe not few, because there were a good amount that did that. Like, you collected the letters of that spelled out the character's name, which is very, like, extremely old school. Did I find everything here? Oh, missing 2 things. Oh, it's right there. Dialogue's so weird. Alright, I got everything in this level. 100%. Yeah, levels are pretty long. That was like a 30-minute level? That's crazy. I don't think this game's super long, though. So, again, there's kind of, there's been 2 hub worlds I've seen so far. This is the second. The hub worlds have, like, more collectibles in. But they're usually just the kind of, like, they serve the larger levels. So the gates or the entrances to, like, the main stages are found within the hub world, like any kind of classic 3D platformer. And you need those purple crystals that you get from either finding them within the level or finishing stages. And the more you have, the more stages you can enter. So it's just like a classic kind of gated progression, like a million other games use. But I am up to, oh, I do have, so all the coins that you collect, I don't know what gems are used for. You might unlock something else, but all these, like, D coins, where's the shop? I think it's over. You can use them to buy, like, health pieces or heart pieces for more health, and costumes. Where the hell is the shop? I swear I knew where the shop was. But it was around here. I see it. I don't understand this. So once you buy the heart piece, there's like a coin that's worth 30,000. But why would you buy something that's just going to give you the coins back? I don't really understand that. And once you buy the heart piece, it's replaced by an extra life that you can purchase. But you can replay levels and just find them again if you wanted to, I think. And then you have all these basic... This is cool, because this is the original look of Kao, like the Dreamcast look. That's his old model, or character model. I like his old Dreamcast look. It looks really funny to me. It does not show up in cutscenes though. They revert back to like the So yeah, the game's got like a really vibrant, colorful look. Like it looks well made. Like it looks nice. It's just very by the books. Like it's what you would expect it to be if you've played like enough of these games from the genre. And I think the biggest problem with it, and again, I don't know how much of an identity KO had back on Dreamcast, because it's just a mascot platformer. You're a kangaroo, you jump around, and he's got boxing gloves for whatever reason, and it's super simple, and there's not a whole lot to think about. But like you could argue, replace this kangaroo with like any other animal, and it could be like any other platformer. So, what makes KO KO? I don't know yet. You would think, like, I don't know enough about kangaroos, but I know the joke is like they kind of stand on their back two legs and they kind of get in a boxing position. So I guess that's why he's got boxing gloves. But like, there's other than that, like I don't know. I'm not seeing I don't know what makes KO like KO. All right, let's fight the boss.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Me? What are you doing here?
Don't even try to stop me. I'm going to see Jayabaya now.
No, I won't stop you. On the contrary, if you want to see him so badly, I'll take you right to him. Come on! So, you're now the hero
So
you want
bad.
to be, right? Hashtag Save the Jungle is trending now. Maybe I should think about selling your merch instead of Jayabaya's now.
No, thanks, but no.
My offer won't be going anywhere. Maybe you should think about it.
Got any new gossip for me? Thank you.
Nothing new yet, but I've got something a lot more interesting. I brought you your most devoted fan. He's dying to meet you.
Oh, really? Well, let me ask you a question. Do you know what time it is?
Time? Where's my watch?
It's don't disturb me time.
Oh, right, but maybe you could make an exception just this once. He's,
Kao, son of Kobe, your old friend. And I would like to speak to you.
Kobe. I don't know anyone by that ridiculous name. But I do know those gloves of yours. Who owns them? Give them to me! Now!
You want him? Come and get him.
I don't know. I would have removed the dialogue and maybe just, even though again, not really KO's identity, but like give them gibberish like banjo style voices. I think they would be more tolerable if this game didn't have like spoken dialogue, because I think it's just really, it's really bad. What is this fight? Oh my god, I'm so sick of... The biggest cop-out is a boss fight where regular enemies are summoned. Can't stand that like little whatever you want to call it. I think it's just a cop out. Your bosses are so uninteresting that you have to summon regular like mob enemies. Ugh. Like a million games do it, but. What am I supposed to be doing? I have to hit this back? Do an air attack? Oh, it's so janky. Oh my god. That doesn't look right at all. Whoa, what a weird graphical effect. Holy shit. There's a trophy for finishing a boss without getting hit, which is probably pretty hard. Not gonna be this boss. That's way too weird feeling.
So you do remember him?
Of course. I saw him shortly after I got this crystal from the Eternal Warriors acolytes. I remember that we argued about it. I'm not proud of that now.
Do you know where you went after?
I'm sure he went to see that crazy old goat. Walt, you should know who I'm talking about.
Yes, the oldest one, widely known, one of the best fighting masters. I know her.
Yeah, sure you do, sure you do.
What about my sister? Have you seen her too?
No, unfortunately not.
Maybe this elderly lady will know more.
The oldest one, Kao. But don't let name mislead you. Speaking of names, the Eternal Warrior? Who is that?
He's a maniac. That's who he is. I don't know what he looks like or what his true intentions are, but I know those intentions are no good. I mean, just look what he did to me.
Still time can repair damage. Get yourself together.
So weird. The dialogue, so weird.
Milky, go and tell everybody that we need to clean up the mess that we made of our school. Immediately.
On it, boss. I'd wish you good luck, Kangaroo, but I feel that we'll meet again.
Sure, I'm already missing you.
However, I wish you both the best of luck. You'll need it. I'm sure you'll find Kobe, and when you do, please give him my regards.
Thanks, Jaya. And good luck getting this place back together.
Come, time for a change of scenery. Frozen Mountains is the next stop.
Ice levels. make sure. I think I've collected everything so far in the first island. Everything in the second. Let us move on to the next one. So I'm going to move to the next world, let the game autosave, and then I'm going to switch to Panzer Dragoon Remake, which is something came out last year, I think. Either a year or two ago, I forget at this point, honestly. But I haven't heard too many great things about it, but I love the original on Saturn. So I definitely want to check it out.
Oh. Hmm? Hmm? Ooh.
I'm assuming this is like the last hub world. I can't imagine this game being super long. What a weird crew. Weird crew of characters.
Don't worry about me, guys. I'll just tinker around with Scrappy while I wait. If I adjust this and tweak that, yes. And then I can... perfect! Which means I can... Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. Good luck.
I guess the Eternal Warrior already got here before us.
The oldest one, always into crystals. Won't surprise me if she got lost for one. Especially if large.
Any idea how we can find her?
Could...
Welcome to the Thousand Mountains
Look at all that
Power
dialogue.
Center. Sign up now to begin your exceptional renewal process. The first stage is at the Frosty Canyon, where you can meet our famous workout masters. Then you can treat yourself in our unique hot spring spa, or simply get carried away on our icy slopes. Who knows? Maybe you'll even get to meet the famous spiritual mother at the end of your journey.
Must be her.
She sure goes by a lot of names. Okay, I guess I gotta go through that renewal process then. Unless, since you know her, maybe you could, use your charm and just arrange a meeting with her?
No, not possible. We were... She and I, you're too young. Won't understand.
Okay. Well, at least I tried. Time for me to do my thing again, I guess.
Wild. So wild.
Oh?
Every character is so strange. And then you'll have cutscenes where there's so much dialogue and white text at the bottom of the screen. It's like a paragraph, and then it'll cut to another shot where, it's a set. Maybe it's like a sentence or two, but like it's such a minor little detail, but like I want to know why, like, some shots or some scenes, there's like a paragraph of text. And then in others, it's like, split up the dialogue between like multiple shots, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? So weird. I will say I was gonna stop immediately, but it is fun just to like it's mostly fun to control KO. Like he feels mostly good to control. And it's just fun running around collecting stuff. That was really glitchy. Ah! This game's funny. So I'm about 50% through. I'm halfway through the game. Maybe there is another world after this. I'd be surprised. Got the frozen mountain. Maybe there's 4 worlds? What does the percent say? Oh, it's not gonna tell me like the. So yeah, that's I'm gonna stop here with Kao. That's Kao the Kangaroo. It's a very by the books, like PS2 era 3D platformer. And again, I think the thing where my head is with KO is like what is KO, like what is its identity in terms of like what makes KO like stand out from any other mascot platformer. And I don't know what the answer is to that. I don't know if there is an answer or really there has to be, because it is again like a game geared towards a younger audience that just probably wants to. The character looks cute or fun, running around, punching things. Like that's all that really matters. But in terms of like why now, I don't know. Like it's just, I guess because again, like I said, like we've had so many revivals and kind of comebacks of 90s era, early 2000s like platformer mascots and characters. So like, why not revive KO? Like so, but it feels like you could just swap out KO for any other like animal character or mascot sort of character. This game could just be like anything else. So like I don't think the boxing gloves are being used, interestingly, other than like, you know, some simple combos and the pun on the name of the character being a kangaroo. So I don't know. It's, again, like I said, I love 3D platformers. They're like my bread and butter. They're comfort food gaming for me, and that's what this game's doing for me. I just do a level or two a sitting, collect and 100% a few stages, run around and jump, and I am mostly good with that. But it probably, again, if you've never played a 3D platformer, or you're looking to come back into the genre or pick up some of the more recent or modern ones, I would just play Crash and Spyro over this if you haven't played them already. Although I am kind of having more fun with this than Crash 4, surprisingly. Even though Crash 4 is clearly like a more well-designed game, it just was so frustrating, I thought, to play. And I'm usually not one to like harp on difficulties in games, so I don't know. But yeah, that's KO. I'm gonna get up and walk away for a second, and then we are going to check out Panzer Dragoon Remake. I will be back in a few. Okay, we are back with Panzer Dragoon Remake. I grew up with the original game on Sega Saturn. Kind of propelled my love for rail shooters. If you're not familiar with that, the game is kind of on a track and constantly moves forward, and you just have a cursor. It's almost like a light gun game where you're not actually like flying the dragon around, but you're constantly flying through a level, and you have a cursor, and you're shooting at like enemies that are, you know, coming in and out of your view. But it's kind of a classic Sega franchise that has had attempts at revivals, sort of, with Crimson Dragon, I think it was called, on the original Xbox One, which wasn't great, but I played it. People have been dying for Panzer Dragoon Saga to get ported or re-released in some fashion, because it's super expensive and it's kind of a cult classic. But Panzer Dragoon's kind of like a shoot 'em up or a shooter series in my head. Ooh, I forgot to change the. Let me do that real quick. I gotta change the category to Panzer Dragoon. Not that it matters too much. I don't remember if the original game had this dialogue intro. Panzer Dragoon's so cool. So I haven't heard too many great. I haven't heard too many good things about this remake, but I'm curious. The mix is off. Music's super loud, but the voiceovers, the voice acting is off, or like very low sounding. Could probably. I'm wondering, or I'm guessing I'll finish this in a sitting. I don't think they've added anything to this remake. I think it's pretty like faithful or one-to-one to the original game, unless they've added a lot of unlockable. There's something like going on with my TV or whether it's my TV settings or it's the pass through with the Elgato device, the color saturation or something's really off. That was pretty faithful to the original. The original Sega Saturn FMV is so music's so good. Let's just play on normal. Give it a go. Now you had credits originally. Is this the same? I think it's the same intro they're playing again. Yeah, let's skip that. I think this has been patched to a degree, so maybe it's not as bad as it was when it first launched. My understanding was this wasn't like a super great remake, but also wasn't the worst thing ever, so... And honestly, if it's pretty close to being one-to-one to the original, it's the most accessible way to play this game, because owning a Sega Saturn, having a proper TV to play it, and buying a copy of this game is kind of a lot to ask for anyone. At least the music probably is going to be really good still. Ooh, I think this game looks really nice, actually. soundtrack's so good. Yeah, so the cool thing about Panzer Dragoon was always you could see in front of you and then turn to your left, behind you, and to your right. And enemies would show up on different sides, so you had to kind of switch perspectives to shoot things. And then just like the world of Panzer Dragoon is like nothing, probably, there's nothing else like it in terms of like, it's very alien, but has its own vibe that's hard to describe. Right, boss number. This version seems like structurally it's different. Like it looks like you can quit out and continue from where you last left off, I guess. I don't know. The original game, I think you could earn credits as well as you play, but it was no save. I'm not even sure if there was a password system. It was a one sitting game. It had multiple difficulties from what I can remember. But it was just like a playthrough it in one sitting and you finish it or not. No save data, no passwords, I don't think. I think Panzer Dragoon 2 had some sort of save system. I was getting really fucked up there. This is definitely easier than the Saturn game so far too, even on normal difficulty. This feels way easier. I'm not sure why, but you're either taking less damage or the readability of everything is easier. I don't know what it is. Maybe after the next, I might just do 1 or 2 more stages, finish this stage and quit out, and then I'm gonna call it a stream. I'm getting a little hungry, but That's why something was off. There are multiple... Okay, you can pull the camera back a little bit. This is the second boss? I really could probably finish this in a single stream. But... my understanding, this developer also did the recent House of the Dead remake, which I really want to play. I was waiting to see, I think they did a physical version for Switch. I was waiting to see if they were going to do one for PlayStation 4 as well, but I think it recently got Move Control compatibility. So I'm kind of eager to check that out. But I also heard that wasn't that great either. Yeah, this is really easy on normal difficulty. Getting 100% shot rate is probably ridiculous. We're enemies again. It's probably 95% ratio. Oh, 97. 2 more credits. I have a lot of credits for normal. Let's go to the main. Oh, progress will be lost. No, we gotta keep going, I guess. I guess I have to finish it during a single stream. Not a very long game, so I'll just buckle up. I remember if there's like a bomb attack in this game. Like, I feel like there should be. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe it's just a regular lock-on. think there's 6 episodes in this game. Prototype Imperial Assault. Okay. This game's just like dumping the trophies out. I don't even know what I'm earning. 100% shot down. I have so many credits. This might be a 1cc run unless one of these levels throws me off. Might be able to finish this in 1 credit on normal. This is way easier than the Sega Saturn original for sure. But it could just be how maybe it's like made differently, or they adjusted some. I swear you're not taking as much damage as you did in the original game. So I don't know how much they changed the some of the behind the some of the mechanics or whatever. It definitely feels different. A little different or off. There's something off about this, and I can't pinpoint it. I'm assuming that's what most people feel, how they feel about this remake. It's also a Sega Saturn. It's originally a Sega Saturn game, and I would imagine that's pretty hard to remake. So, Saturn games have a very specific feel to them that's hard to capture. I think visually it looks nice. There's definitely again there's such a grittiness, there's a rawness to the original Saturn or Sega Saturn games in general. And this is very clean, very colorful. That game was very brown and dark. And being a Saturn game, playing it on an CRT, like an old TV, like it had such a, again, it's just very gritty. This is a very clean, colorful version of the original game. So I could see some people not being so into that. Hey, Diego, how are you? I'm doing okay. I'm just halfway through a playthrough of this Panzer Dragoon remake. Alright, this level's messing me up a little bit more. There could just be a delay on my end too. I think my stream has like a, I don't know if most streams are like that, but there's definitely a delay on my end to a degree. You can barely move around in this level. It's so hard to avoid like any shots. Gotcha. That's all good. Yeah, I spoke too soon. I thought I was gonna get through this game without having to use a credit, and I'm oh, now we got the Star Fox shit. I'm halfway to dying, so I probably will have to use a credit. I've got plenty of them, so I should be able to finish this though. Is the boss already? Guardian. The bosses are a lot more readable, at least in the remake, than they were in the Saturn version. I'm playing on normal difficulty, and this is a remake of a Sega Saturn game, and I will say this version on normal difficulty seems easier than the original version. And it's not super hard. You're really just controlling a cursor for the most part, and you can move left and right with your dragon, and you use the bumpers to change your perspective. But it's almost like a light gun game or like kind of an arcade shooter is how it plays or how it feels like. Oh, this boss has a lot of health. Ugh. So it's very hard to avoid this boss's attacks, though. Alright, I did it. But some of that's a little hairy there. Those are the closest I've gotten to dying in this game so far. I think there's 2 more levels, and then this game's over? I'll probably have a pretty good rank. Got so many credits, and so this is a lot easier. I'm gonna keep saying that than the original version. I'm curious how why that is. Not that I'm complaining too much, but this looks pretty. Not looking. Thanks, appreciate it. Have a good sleep. Definitely not surviving though. I know that's not the whole boss. I don't think it is. Pretty sure this thing opens up. The design's so cool. Is that the boss? Maybe I did beat it. I'm still hanging on to 1 credit. I think this is the last level coming up. And then I'm gonna get out of here. One or two more. I'm not 100% sure, actually. died. My first death. Almost a 1 credit clear. Damn it. Level's actually pretty frustrating. God, so frustrating. Oh, I don't remember that. That's just level just keeps going. I don't remember just stage 6 ending like that. Hey, Quasi. Oh, swimming sounds really nice. Yeah, I'm almost at the end of this. I'm probably gonna wrap up my stream after this. Where? Hey, did you come? I'll probably play it at some point today. I just haven't been in the mood. I don't know what it is, Digi. I've been playing it like off and on throughout the past few weeks. Or 2 weeks. I was almost gonna stream it after this, but I'm starving. I just want to like sign off and go figure out food. But I did see you were playing it earlier. Ah, I appreciate it. I know. I really want to like play it, or we need to get back to it. Or I need to like run some stuff with you soon. I just like just between my energy levels and like my schedule and other stuff I've been wanting to play. I just haven't been like all in on this season yet as much as I want to be. Yeah, and it's a shame because this season seems really cool and I'm just so burned out. I don't know. I mean, I know why, but like my urge to just grind it all out, I'm just like not feeling it for some reason. But I want to keep playing. I don't know why it's a lot harder. I think it's just because we've been playing it for so many years. Alright, final boss time. Alright, this fight is just as much of a mess as it was on Saturn. Ugh. Yeah, I really want to try the duality dungeon. I haven't tried that at all yet. I finished it. Hey, I finished a full game on stream. I did a full playthrough for once. Even though this is a really short game, it's like an hour or so. Wait, was there a second form? I don't remember. Maybe there was. Yeah, that's the end of it. I think. Wait, what's Next Fest? Take advantage of Next Fest? That sounds familiar, but I'm not sure what that is. Oh. I'll probably take a look. I'll see what's out, or what the demos are. I'm weird about demos sometimes. Like, I'd almost like if there's a game I'm interested in, I'd rather just wait for the full game before I try it, unless I'm really not sure about it. But usually I know my taste well enough at this point. If I see something, I'm like, ooh, I want to play that. I usually just tend to wait for the full release. Unless the demos let you carry your progress over to the full game, I love when they do that. Megapixel Studio. I guess that's the team that ported this or remade this. Yeah, this is an okay remake. It wasn't. I don't know. I think it's tough to. Remaking Sega Saturn games has to be like a pretty big headache. Or a difficult endeavor, I would imagine. But the best thing about Panzer Dragoon's always been like the art direction and the soundtrack. The composer is incredible. But it's a pretty, the first game at least was a pretty standard rail shooter. For its time at least. Yeah, I think you might be right, Digi. It might be Polish. I gotta wait for the credits to roll. I gotta finish it out. I never skip credits. Gotta see if there's probably some post-game unlockables. The original version didn't have too many things to unlock. I don't think there was much of anything in the Sega Saturn original, but there is hard mode. Oh wait, it's Forever. Well, I guess the other studio had a part with it, but Forever Entertainment is definitely the company that also made the House of the Dead remake. They gotta do an original staff. Now they had some supervisors from Sega, so maybe some of the original Japanese staff had oversight on this. I would hope or would imagine. I'd be surprised if Sega just let this. Yeah, Sayori Kobayashi's the composer still. Oh, Alexander Aniel. That's how you say his last name. I know him. Sound producer. That sounds familiar. That's been a problem with a lot of things lately, Digi, of not crediting people properly. That I'm sure Square did at some point. Ah, look at this art. That's cute. I guess someone on the remake team had a kid. Maybe they drew some art. Yeah, former team Andromeda. Oh, and Grounding. Okay. To all of the original Panzer Dragoon staff. Cool. wonder if they're gonna remake 2. Congratulations. Okay. This is new. The original version didn't have anything like this. The secret mode is now at your disposal. Ah! Button codes? Wow. Well, so the original version did have button codes, I think, like this. Maybe that's a callback to the Sega Saturn original. It's just, that's funny. Wait, expect next game on MPS Team? What? What are these? What is this message? It's funny. Oh, Pandora's box. Okay, so that's what they usually call like the lockable section. Yeah, playthrough was less than an hour. So this is a very like short, fun, replayable game. Let's see how many. I'm not gonna input the code yet because I'd have to write that down and check it out. Let's take a look at the trophy list, see how wild it is. Open shadow menu. Play level on God mode. Finish hard. Finish campaign on any difficulty without auto aim. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Have 100+ hours in game. It's called lifeless. Why 100 hours? I think this is a reference to something in one of the other games that they did, but wow. Leroy Jenkins jokes. Finish a level without killing a non-boss enemy. So if to play through on hard, I think you activate, this is probably a cheat mode with that button code I got. Open shadow menu, that's probably maybe that Pandora's box they're referring to, or there's some weird hidden menu. It's probably from the, all this is probably callbacks to like the little secrets you could do in the original Saturn version, but finish campaign on any difficulty without auto aim. I don't know if auto aim's the lock on or what that is. Yeah, it's probably my code. I would think you can have the game run in the background because actually, so it's an ultra rare trophy, which like says a lot of, you know, a lot of things already, but 2.9% of players earned it. I would guess you can leave the game on in the options. But it says in game, have 100+ hours in game. So that might have to be, because you have your stats here. Time in game, I have 53 minutes. So I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, you gotta really like. Hold on. Was that code easy to remember? It probably wasn't. But up, down, or up, down, down, left, right, circle, circle. That sounds like the Konami code, but I don't think it is. Okay, thanks for typing it out. I think I had it memorized, though. Didn't that? All right, up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. There we go. Here's God mode, easy boss mode, disable rider, rapid fire. Oh, cool. This is all the art they were showing, I guess. It's most of the art during the credits. Yeah, that's what I thought. So was that the trophy I just got? Was opening that shadow shadow mode or shadow menu? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, open shadow. So that was the Pandora's box menu. So I have to finish it on hard, activate God mode, which is whatever. Finish campaign without auto aim. This 100+ hours. What were they thinking? This would be a totally doable platinum trophy without that. And whether or not you can leave it running, it has to be in game. So I think you have to actually be playing through the levels. That's ridiculous. Like, I like Panzer Dragoon. I love the original version. This remake was okay. It could have been worse, I think. Could have been better. But I'm not sure about the auto aim. I'm kind of confused about that. Auto aim, I don't know if it's the lock on. I didn't really see an option for it. I already quit out, so I'd have to go back in to look for it. I'm sure it's not hard to figure out, or it just means don't lock on to anything. So just use the regular like fire button, which would be pretty difficult. But you could probably just put it on easy, or even activate like the cheats in the Pandora's box, like the God mode thing. I'm sure that would unlock it. But there's 100+ hours. I don't think so. That's really rubbing me the wrong way. I do not appreciate that. It's like such a slap in the face. Even if it's just a trophy, it doesn't matter. Come on, dude. It's such an insult too. You really gotta like having no life, calling you lifeless for getting it. Jesus. All right. Well, that was today. We did Kao the Kangaroo, which was both these games are kind of remakes. I don't know. I'll look it up for sure, Digi. I'll see how I'll go to the trophy websites to see if people have earned it. I'm sure, or people have earned it technically, based on the statistics there. I'm not super worried about it. I just wanted to clear it. It's another game to add to my goal for the year. So I'm at like 24, 25 games for the year finished, or credits rolled. So, and I really wanted to see what the remake was going to be like, because this came out a year or two ago and people were kind of down on it, and then they patched it. They made it better, apparently. I didn't think it was too bad. I didn't really notice anything like wrong with it. It just felt off compared to the original Saturn version, but that could be for a variety of reasons. And then KO, like I said earlier, it's a pretty using the wrong words here, not faithful. A pretty by the books 3D platformer, very similar to like the recent Crash Bandicoot games, or at least Crash 4. Not as linear, the level design is like a Crash Bandicoot game, but like there's heavy influence from Crash in this, and more than anything, I just think like KO lacks like an identity. Like it's not doing anything to kind of separate itself from other mascot platformers, but does it really have to? I don't know. Like this game's kind of catered or geared towards children, but it's it's a game for all ages, and I love platformers, so it's kind of comfort food for me at the end of the day, so I can't criticize it too much. But I just wonder like why now? Well, I know why they decided to reboot KO, but but also why? Why does KO the Kangaroo exist? And Banjo-Kazooie doesn't. That's what's gonna drive me nuts. Not that they're related, but but all right. I'm going to close out my stream, go figure out lunch, and then just kind of chill for the rest of the weekend. May or may not stream. I don't think I'll stream tomorrow, but I might stream again soon. If not, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for hanging out.